everyone, it's Deborah. Today we're going to talk about things I've had to do as I've gotten older. And you all probably know this one. You have to have reading glasses, 2 pairs on your head, and a pair in every room, and you still can't find them. You'll always have them on your head or right here. Right here. So, another thing is you've got to always know where the bathroom is. Always. First thing. Another thing is it's harder to put on your socks or your shoes. So most older people will have a chair in their bedroom so that they can sit down and do that. Now, sometimes I do have to do that, but balancing on one foot is a little much for somebody maybe my age. I don't know, but I notice that I will get weak if I don't work out. So remember last year when I started mowing my yard, it was painful, and then as I kept doing it every week, I developed my strength back, and it was a piece of cake. Another thing that you have to get ready for is your estate. Now, I have it so that the minute I die, a member of my family gets access to my bank account. You don't have to worry about probate. It just goes to her. Another one is, so you don't have to worry about probate. I'm going to the courthouse to do this paper that gives immediate ownership of my home to a member of my family, which I'm doing this week. Because if my house was to stay vacant during probate, I mean, the pipes would freeze if nobody could get in there and, keep the electric turned on or whatever. Because I went through that with one of my aunts. I did all the executor work. So you still got to pay off some of their debts. You have to get like 12 copies of the death certificate. You've got to turn back in the handicap tags. You got to do a lot of stuff, and then you got to pay off. Most of the credit card people will expect full payment upon when they know that somebody had an estate. I had to get it certified, a certified appraisal, because it was like 500 acres. So I had to make sure I was under that amount, so you don't have to pay death taxes or executor. When someone dies, somebody who inherited this may have to pay an inheritance tax. So it has to stay under like 600,000 or something. Well, I've had to have a certified appraiser. That's different. That means more money you got to pay. So I came in right under this. Now, this was 20 years ago. So, so I know all about executor work. And let's see. I remember when my aunt died, she had a 50-year-old Sears refrigerator, and it broke, and they didn't even have parts for this. Oh my God, I wish I had still kept it, because I'm sure I could have found them. But I did look under like Craigslist sometimes. There was no parts to this, so I had to buy a new refrigerator on her credit card, Sears, and they called me and they go, "Oh, how can a dead woman charge this?" I go, "Excuse me, this is executor work. It was paid with an executor. The executor has the right to maintain the property and the value." So I was within the law to do this, believe me. So yeah, you got to start looking into all that, and you got to do that thing so that they don't resuscitate you or whatever. So these are things that you have to look at. Also, dressing comfortably when you're old. Oh my God, I can't stand any fabric that scratches my skin, because I'm already at a pain level 4 at all times. So if I don't get something that's very soft, I am not comfortable, because I got an incision on my back that's this long, and if something is scratching on that, I will get in a bad mood. So I have slowly given away some clothes that were not as comfortable as I would like, because when you get older, it's all about comfort. So slowly I'm giving them away, and I am only buying fabrics which are really comfortable and nice against your skin. That's important to me. I haven't worn a belt in years, but I have a feeling belts are going to come back. I don't don't think hats ever go out of style. But if you ever want to elevate an outfit, throw a hat on, right? So other things you have to get used to when you get older is getting in and out of a car, which is very painful, some of us. Now, I had a Cobra, and it was getting to the point where it hurt to always be putting in the clutch, changing gears in bumper to bumper traffic. Oh my God, I dreaded driving. Well, that's one good thing my ex did. We switched cars. He bought me this Cadillac, and I gave him that one. It was just title transfer, you know what I mean? But I did have to put $3,000 into this when I got it. He did put a new transmission in it, because this particular year, 2008, is famous for that transmission problem. Usually if you're out there buying a used car, you could Google any lemons, and it'll tell you if this particular car you're trying to buy has a history of certain issues. So yeah, so he knew that, and he also put in a system where I can talk through this little microphone, and he also put in the sun thing, the shade, I guess. So yeah, there's a lot of things you have to get used to. And sometimes my son will say, Mom, why do you have so much stuff in the floor? Well, it's because no one's helping me pick it up. I mean, it hurts sometimes to pick it up. I have to be in the mood. Now, some days I can do jumping jacks and bend over like it ain't no tomorrow, but some days you're stiffer. So there's good days, and then there's bad days. So you're going to have them, believe me. But someone said that I've lived a very full life. Well, if I compare it to other people, I don't know. But some people say, yeah, you've done a lot of things. Well, you only get one life, and you better start doing it now. I know all my sisters, and they didn't catch it in time. They didn't catch traveling in time because they all got very sick and ill and disabled. So you never know when that's going to happen, because that's one of those surprise things. I didn't know I was disabled. Yeah, and it could have happened like that fast. You could be in a car wreck. You could get cancer. I mean, that's why you've got to travel now. Don't wait till tomorrow. If you don't have much money, get someone to help you pay for your passport. Yeah, that makes a really good gift, is a passport. I can't think of a better gift. But go into the post office and do it in front of them, because I did one, and they go, no, it's not done right. We got to do it all over. I was okay. So yeah, get somebody a passport for their birthday. I mean, until you've been to a third world country, you have no idea how wonderful it is to live in the United States of America. And all these people who bash this country, screw you. We live in the best country in the world. Sure, there's a lot of room for improvement, I can tell you that. But once you've been to a third world country, you'll see why everybody wants to come here. It's not till you understand that culture and look at people who have a dirt floor and newspaper clippings for their wall paneling, or chickens running around, showering outside. Most Jamaicans do their laundry in a galvanized bucket and hang it on a line. That's how I was raised. But until you've seen that, you don't get it. How wonderful the United States is. Yeah. I did not know I was patriotic until I ran a half K marathon, 13 miles, I think it was. 13.1. I came in last, but honey, I came in with a slip disc and a herniated disc, because I went in the hospital like a month later. Yeah. I'll never forget that. I took 2 pain pills while walking that. Everybody says, well, you're disabled. How can you do that? Well, because I wanted to, and I had something to counteract the pain. So, yeah, but after I finished, I had a blister this big. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, yeah, here's a funny story. my ex thought that he was doing something real sneaky. He was taking pictures of me during that marathon to show the court that I'm not disabled. Okay, well, here's the rest of the story. It's not up to him or the court. It was up to 3 doctors who looked at me. You know, disabled people do marathons all the time. See, disability is different than what people think. They think it has to be something that you can see. A lot of disabled people are not in rocking chairs. I mean, not rocking chairs, but wheelchairs. Yeah, I did it, but I suffered for 2 days after that. But yeah, he thought he was being real conniving, but it doesn't matter. He's not a doctor. He hasn't seen my x-rays. Oh my God. Yeah. So he took something wonderful. Instead of, high-fiving me or patting me on the back, he was taking sneaky pictures of me. What an ass. Oh my God. The stories I could tell.